Overload.
Okay, starting with number 69, solve the problem. Another word problem, we're going to set it up into a proportion. It says the normal gasoline mileage of a car is 49 mpg. On a smooth road, its mileage is 12% higher. What is its mileage on a smooth road?
X over 49.
Yeah. Okay, it's 49, 12% higher than 49. Let's think about that. 12% higher means if you find 12% of it, you're going to add 12% to the 49, right? You want to do it in 2 steps? Or would you like 1 step?
1 step.
1 step, okay. Because if you find 12% of it, you're going to find 12% of 49, and then you're going to do that added to 49. But doing it in 1 step, you have all of 49 plus 12%. All of something is 100%, isn't it? So 112% of the 49 miles per gallon is our new gas mileage. So if we do 112, we won't have to add it on. Does that make sense or no?
It's the longer way.
No? Okay, if that doesn't make sense to you, do it this way. Do 12% of it and then add it on to the 49. Okay? We'll do it both ways for this one, and then for the ones after that, we'll do it different. 12% of 49 is how much it increased by, right? How much did it increase by? 1,200 divided by 49 is what?
Oh.
Anybody got it? Anybody? I'm gonna grab a calculator and do it myself. Come on.
24.489.
24.489?
Yeah.
Somebody else did the same thing there?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So it increased by 24 miles per gallon. So you would take 49 plus 24.489. Okay? So now it gets 73. Are you sure 12%? That's like half of it. I don't think this is right.
No.
No, that's like half of
Is
it.
it 12?
What's 12% of 49? 1,200 divided by 40. Huh?
588.
That sounds more like it. 5.88?
Yes,
5.88. That sounds more like it, because it's not going to get 73 miles a gallon. Okay, 49 plus the 5.88. Now it gets 54.88 miles per gallon.
And you have to round.
Does it say to round to the 10th? So it'd be 54.9.
Oh.
Because you looked at the 8 and you go up 1. Okay, this was 100% of our old. This is 12% of our old. So our new number is 112%, right? Of the old. Let's do this and see if it comes out to the same, 54.9. 112% of our 49 miles per gallon. And what do you get when you multiply that? 112 times 49 divided by 100. Do you get this? 54.88?
Yep.
And then you round it. Okay, so it's the same thing. You didn't have to add it to anything. Now, does it make more sense to people that didn't make sense too long ago? the 100% and the 12% added together. Okay, so is that good? I can remove it?
Yep.
This is number 69. Okay, number 70. After receiving poor service at a restaurant, Anita decides to leave a tip of only 12%. If the cost of the meal without the tips 33, how much is the total amount? Okay, the total amount means she paid her 100% of her meal, 33 plus she paid a 12%. So she paid 100% plus 12% tip. Her meal was 33. So she paid 112% of her meal, the 33, right? So 112 goes over 100. The of is 33. So what was her total? What was her total meal, the total cost? Say it louder.
36.96.
36.96. Okay. If you found 12% of 33, you would have probably found 396, and then you would have had to add it on. It's 33. So C is 36.96. Is everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. 71. Jack is currently driving into a headwind, which is a 17% decrease. So it slows him down by 17%. If his normal mileage is 50 miles per gallon. Okay, so 50 miles per gallon is what he normally gets. What will his car's mileage be in the headwind? It's slowed him down by 17%.
Subtract 17% from 100.
From 100, okay. 100 minus 17%,
It's 83.
so now he gets 83% of his normal mileage. 83% of his normal mileage.
Oh, 50.
83 is your percent, so it goes over 100. The of is 50. So he gets 83% of it. It's going to be less than 50. 41.5
Yep.
miles per gallon. So that's A. $72. Midtown Antiques has found that sales have decreased 5% from last year. Sales this year are $163,276 by the amount of last year's sales. We're rounding to the dollar. So it decreased 5%. That means this year's sale is 5% less of last year's sale. So if you do 100 minus the 5%, this year's sale is 95% of what it was last year. Does that make sense? Went down by 5%, now it's 95% of what it used to be. Do we know this year's or last year's? This year's, so last year's is going to be the blank. This year's is 163,276. You're going to find it'll help you a lot on word problems to put them into the something is a percent of something. Read it back to yourself, make sure it makes sense. Otherwise, you might have put this in the wrong place. The 95 goes over 100. Do we know the is or the of?
It is.
We know the is. 163, 276, we don't know of last year's. Multiply that, divide by 95. I mean, it should be bigger because this year it's less. So if you came out with something that was not bigger, you'd know something was wrong. Okay, it said to round to the dollar, so it may come out where you have to round it. 171, 86, huh?
Point.
86 something.
869 point.
9.4.
7.
Okay. It said to round to the dollar, so looking at the 4, you don't go up. You don't say this is about 50 and go up. You just only look at the 4 and you leave that a 9. So 171, $869 was last year's. This is number 72. Okay, number 73. Do we want to do all the word problems together?
Yes.
Okay. 73, a camera costs $640.
I don't know, just kidding.
If the sales tax is 6%, how much tax is charged? So we have to do 6% to find the tax. Round to the nearest cent. Okay? That's where we're going to round. Okay, so 6% of the price is going to be our tax, right? 6% of 640 is the tax. So the tax over the of is over the of equals our percent over 100. So our 6 goes over 100, right? Multiply those, divide by 100.
38.4.
3.4?
38.4.
38.4. That's how much our tax is. Is that rounded to the cent? There's not even a cent showing, huh? 38.40. If it had went farther, you would have rounded to that number right there. But we didn't even have to round. 38.40 is our tax. It doesn't want to know the total price, it just wants the tax. 74. This wants 2 answers. A camera costs $760. Is it okay to go ahead?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tax rate is 8%. It wants to know what's the tax and what's the total price. We have 2 answers. Tax and total price. So we have to figure out the tax is 8%. 8% of the price. So this is our of. 8% of 760 is our tax, right? What's 8% of 760? What is it, 60? 60.8?
Yep.
So it's $60.80, right? The tax is $60.80. What is our total price? You have to add it to the price, right?
$820.80.
Yeah, $820.80 is our total price. So we've got 2 answers, the tax and the total price. Making sense? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Can I move it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 75, kitchen table, cost 410. I think mine was free. That's what hand-me-downs are good for, huh? 75, a kitchen table cost 410. Sales tax is 2460. What is the tax rate? The sales tax rate will be our percentage, right?
Yes.
We want to know the percent. So the tax is the percent of the purchase of the 410, right? Put it into that sentence. The tax is, so you put it on top, percent of the purchase, so 410 goes on bottom, 6, X over 100. It's a 6% sales tax. Multiply and divide, you get 6, so that's a percent. Write it as a percent. Okay, can we go on? No?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, 76. A set of chairs cost 256. Tax is 2048. It's going to be the same as that. Gives you the price and the tax. The tax is the percent of the price. So the price goes under. The tax is what percent of the price.
8%.
Multiply those, divide by that.
And on 5243?
8%.
We're doing 76. 8%
Yes.
comes out to an 8. Good thing about the proportion is you don't have to move your decimal. You do that, you got your answer. No moving decimals. Number 77. What is the commission from the sale of 120 worth of books if the commission rate's 3%? So what is the commission is, if it's 3%, commission is 3% of the sales. So what's the commission from the sale of 120? The sale is 120. The commission is your is. Commission is a percent of your sales. So we put 3 over 100 of is your 120. $3? $3.60. I guess they better get busy and sell a lot of books. $120 don't get make them much money. Commission of $3.60. That's number 77. Number 78. We're ready to go on? Okay. Ellen sells 950. Let's put that over here because we already know the sale's going to go over here. She sells 950 worth of clothes and she earns $38 in a commission. The commission's going to go here. $38 is what percent of her sales? So you put 38 over 950 and you can get her commissions rate. 4% commission?
Can you focus it It's kind of blurry.
There's it better?
Being cross-eyed.
Okay. You thought you were just getting tired, huh? Telling me to focus? Focus, focus. 78. We're getting to our last page now. Everybody got that one? I didn't put the decimal for $38 because it wouldn't matter, right? Okay, 79. We are going into percent, we're going into interest now, right? Focus and keep interest. How's that? Keep our interest here. Okay, remember the formula for interest. Interest equals the principal. Principal is the dollar.
Rate is percent.
The rate is a percent as
Dollars. Oh,
decimal. You have to change the percent to decimal, remember? And the time is in what? Years. Right. If it tells you years, that's great. You just use it. If it's months, you divide by 12. If it's days, you divide by 365, right? So our interest is the dollars times the percent is a decimal times the time in years. Okay, 79, principal's 400. The rate is 7% for 2 years. So we need to do 400 times what? 0.07 times 2. So what is the interest?
56.
$56?
Yep.
Okay, that was A, $56. Okay. If you need my notes later, you can look at them. You know, if you get notes. 80. Principal, 91. 600. The rate is 6% for 5 years. 6% is 0.06, 5 years. Just put a 5. Multiply those out. Philip, what'd you get?
I didn't do that one yet.
What you talking?
Okay. $27.28.
$27.
28.
91,000 bucks.
C.
C is what?
27,480.
27,480. Okay. 81. Okay, that's still simple interest. 81 says 1.5% in 6 years. We have 1670, 1.5% interest for 6 years. So 1.5, we could say 1.5, and then we're going to change that from percent to decimal. We have 1670 times 0.015. 0.015 times 6. Okay. See you later. Okay, so what'd you get?
No. 150 and 30 cents.
150.30. Okay, 82, we're going to start doing, it still says simple interest, round to the cent if necessary. So it's just a word problem, same stuff. 82 says Annie's Cafe borrows $5,400. There's your principal at 7% for 140 days. Okay. Short-term loan, shouldn't be very much, huh? Percent is 0.07, right? How do you do 140 days?
Divide by
365.
Times 140 divided by 365. So do all of that and you'll get your interest. You know what, you have to add your interest on because it wants the total amount repaid after under 40 days. So give me what the interest is first. $44.99?
Yep.
Okay.
So what were we supposed to do?
This is our interest. What it asks you is how much is the total amount they have to repay?
I got lost. So it's supposed to
We
be,
found the interest, right?
no, but 54 times 0.07?
And then it was 140 days, so we did how many days divided by how many days in a year?
So it's 54 times 0.07 times 140 divided by 365.
5,400 times that, divided by that. After you do all that on the calculator, you should get $44.99? Yes?
55, 44.
55?
Yeah. 55, 44, 99 cents.
Okay, sorry. It's 55 point,
5,544.99 cents.
no, that's not the interest.
It's the total. That's the total amount.
I'm gonna do it on the calculator. You guys are giving me all kinds of
I
answers.
got 144.
5,400, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm doing it. Times 0.07 times 140 divided by 265. 144,986. It goes like 144.9863. Okay, that's our interest. We have to round it to the penny. So the interest is what? 144.99.
99.
I said 44.99. It's 144.99. Okay, our interest is 144.99. Is that what it asked for?
No, the total amount.
It did not ask for the interest. It said how much do they have to repay in the 140 days. That means you have to pay the principal plus the interest.
So it's 5,544.99.
So you add 5,400.
Yeah.
55,44.99 is the total amount repaid. You can't do that in one step like you could those other percentages. Because this messes it up. It won't come out right. Interest, you have to figure out the interest and then add it on. Okay? Okay. Johnny forgot to pay his $413 income tax on time. He's in trouble. Because that interest goes crazy. Okay, 83, he forgot to pay $413 income tax. They charge a penalty of 20% for the first 29 days that it was late. Find the penalty that was paid. So all you need is the penalty. You don't need his what totally paid, just the penalty. So just the 20% in 29 days. Okay, so you have what he forgot, the percent as a decimal. What is 20% as a decimal? Yeah, you can put the 0, you don't have to. And then the days, What else?
Divided.
Yeah, you can put it over 365 or just write it, divide after it. I'm not going to leave this up to you guys, I'm going to do it. Times 0.2 and times 29 divided by 365. So it came out to 6.5627. Okay. It's penalty. Round it to the penny. So he paid $6.56 penalty. He also paid the $4.13, but it didn't ask the total. It said the penalty. So that's all you need is the penalty part. And it kind of helps you by saying to use a 365-day year. So it kind of reminds you to divide by 365. Compound. We have two problems, compound. If you don't need it, you can go. If you want to stay and learn a little bit, you can stay. Okay, there's two things. Oh, there's one compound and a decimal thrown in there. Okay, compound amount for 5900 at 9.4%, compounded 2 years. What are we going to do with those numbers?
You're going to turn the percent to decimal?
If we turn this to decimal, you would get,
Add one.
yeah, we have to add the 1 too, right?
Yeah.
This is a decimal, 0.094, so we have to add the 1. So don't forget to put the 1 in front, that's very important.
Why is that? We need to put the 1?
Because you add the 100% every time you do interest on it.
Okay.
This is 100% plus the 9.4% that you get interest on. And if it's two years, we're doing it 2 times. If it said 3, we would do 3 of these. Now multiply it that many times, 5,900 times 1.094 times 1.094. Comes out to 7061.3324. Of course, you're going to round to the cent, the penny, 7061.33. It was the compound amount, so this is the compound amount. If it wanted the compound interest, you would have had to subtract this from it. But if it didn't have that on our review, you won't have that on your test. Compound amount. Last problem, what's the decimal notation for 400%?
4.
Right. That was the easiest one. 4 or 4.0?
You better be right.
Don't forget to get your portfolios ready and do your vocabulary and extra credit.